Hurricane Idalia slams Florida. These are live pictures right now from the Florida coast. Good afternoon. I'm Ryan Yamamoto. That storm making landfall, knocking out power to hundreds of thousands of customers in Florida. CBS News correspondent Cristian Benavides is live in Crystal River, Florida with the very latest. Cristian.
Ryan, good afternoon. Well, look, at this hour, what we've been seeing is just sort of experiencing some of the flooding here. I want to put things into perspective. That right there in the middle is the river. And across from here, you see some of the homes over there that took on some water. They actually look a little better than earlier because earlier, as we were sort of looking around, we saw the water coming up. For perspective, the building that we are broadcasting from is 10 feet from sea level, and you can see the water coming in. If you just sort of compare it from where the river is at, I mean, earlier it had come almost up to here. In fact, we have this stick on the ground that we just put just to sort of mark the spot of where the water had been coming in. Now, here's the thing, it's been receding, but high tide is still on its way. So we'll have to see what happens then. And that's why officials are warning residents across Florida, you know, just because it looks nice outside or not looks nice, just because the weather is not hurricane type weather, that does not mean that the danger is over.
So far it's holding, but the water just keeps coming.
Idalia's powerful and in some places record-breaking storm surge is submerging parts of Florida's Gulf Coast.
The whole front building of the faraway end where the swings were just came apart.
Homes and streets in Cedar Key are now underwater from a surge forecasters say could hit 16 feet high.
We're still assessing what is all going on the ground in the places that had the initial impact.
Tampa was spared a direct hit, but is feeling the impact. Water is spilling over the city's causeway, and there's also significant flooding on the streets of St. Petersburg. Here in Crystal River, we've been experiencing bands of rain and fierce wind as the storm moves through. Now everyone is watching the water and how high it will go.
Unfortunately, we've not seen the worst of what the storm's impacts are going to be.
Even though Idalia is now moving over land, forecasters warn the storm is still a major threat.
We're going to see, not just the storm surge, but potential for, damaging winds extending well inland all the way across portions of North Florida into southern Georgia.
In Key West, cleanup has already begun. John Napolitano is trying to get his business open again.
Going for the drains to get some of this water out of here. The city can deal with the seaweed.
Officials say more than 250,000 people in Florida are still without power, but crews are working to get the lights back on as soon as possible.
And we have seen emergency crews already out on airboats at this river, as of course we wait to see once this hurricane passes and it's out into the Atlantic, what it left behind. Ryan?
All right, Cristian, thank you very much.